Skip that music.
We are here at Revelry House, aka New York Podcast Network.
New York's
And-
only podcast network.
Fuck yeah.
Wow.
And we have paranormal intelligence in the fucking building.
Yes, welcome.
What's up?
There's
I'm
9
excited.
cameras, so there's
We've
like
been
9
totally.
There's so many cameras.
I know. Where do I look?
We've been waiting for this day.
So your camera is this pool table camera.
You mean the one that's facing us?
Yep.
No shit.
Yep.
We can swear, right?
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
God.
Okay,
Yeah.
just making sure.
Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't be here if we couldn't.
Okay. Just
Oh,
making sure.
and that camera.
Oh, and that one.
And
too.
that camera too?
So is this kind of like Wayne's World? Like camera one,
Wayne's
camera
World.
two, camera one, camera two.
There we go.
Wow.
I don't
I'm
never
old.
look
Yeah,
at these
I'm
things.
the old lady in the room.
I can see from here they're already adding 50 pounds on me. You have to edit that out. Can you edit me down a little bit? See how good you really are. Put you to the test.
So you guys want to tell them who you are?
My name is Red,
I'm Ray.
and we're Paranormal Intelligence. You're supposed to say that at the same time as me to make it cool.
Oh, we didn't practice.
Damn it.
Well,
yeah.
next time.
Yeah, next time for sure.
So, I mean, I know
For
the
the-
name kind of says it all.
Yeah,
But
but for the
what do you
folks who
guys
don't know.
do?
Well, the intelligence is for the spirits, not for us.
Yeah, not
We're
us.
not.
We're not intelligent
Yeah.
at all. So we basically are paranormal investigators, aka ghost hunters. But we do it in a very unorthodox way. We do a lot of joking. I mean, we're never really like we wear all black, so that's about the only thing we have with everybody else. Other than that, we're totally. Oh, and we have tattoos too. that
yeah.
seems to be
Yes.
like the
Your
paranormal
tattoos
thing.
are
That's the trend.
fucking fire.
Thanks, man.
That's
They're
the
getting
trend.
there. They're getting there. But
Brandon Hunt do that one?
no, Kyle McCarthy did all of them.
Okay.
He's in Niagara Falls.
That dude, he's got some fucking skills too.
I keep
God
telling him. I keep
damn.
telling him. He don't believe me.
That shit is fucking fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we wanted to set ourselves differently from everybody else. I feel like a lot of paranormal investigators are like super serious all the time.
Boring.
And you can't. Yeah, you can't do that. Like half the time on our streams is just spent joking around with the chat, and we interact with the chat so much that we kind of like let them ask questions, and they come in and they get the full experience. So it's not just like watching a TV show. You actually
Right.
get to be involved in it. You know what I mean?
That's
Which
awesome.
is it makes it, that seems to make it way more fun because I've watched it on TV and it's boring as shit.
Right, because if you're at home and you're watching our channel and you see something walk by and you're like, guys, I seen something walk into the bathroom. We're like, all right, we're gonna go in the bathroom, and you're like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
crap, they're listening to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's cool. It's definitely a different style of
It's interactive.
yeah.
Yeah.
Interactive TV.
And I
do
talk a
enjoy
lot of
that.
shit.
Oh my god.
I see that
I talk a lot of
already.
shit.
I see that.
You see that already?
Yeah, yeah.
I bring it to the
already.
podcast with me.
Yeah.
I kind of love that.
Yeah, I do too.
But it's fun because we'll be live and, you know, you'll get a quote unquote Karen who comes in there like, why aren't you taking these spirits serious? And I'm like, fuck these spirits. I don't know them. You know what I mean? Like, so
Right.
I'm the dude that'll like go in the attic by myself.
Well,
in
that's the
dark.
thing. After you say stuff like that, that's when someone on the chat's like, go in there by yourself, and I'm like, well, he just said fuck the spirit, so he can go in there.
I'm like,
Right.
all right,
He
I'll
can
go in
deal
there by
with
myself.
what he just did.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I'm not scared. I mean, I really am scared when I'm up there by myself. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it's a lot of fun. Like we just try to, go the extra mile to do things that you don't ever see anybody else doing. And like he said, when we're live, I mean, we're chatting with people. If you see something or you hear something we didn't hear, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll tell you if you think it's bullshit or not. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
Exactly.
If we just wanted to be normal paranormal investigators, we wouldn't live stream it. We're live streaming it on an entertainment platform, so we have to entertain also.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Exactly.
So when did you guys start doing this?
I started by myself in my house. I've been doing this for about 10 years now.
Okay.
But the TikTok channel itself started about 8 months ago, maybe, and 9 months ago, somewhere around there. And it was just me in my house just messing around. And I noticed that the numbers were starting to go crazy and people wanted to see it. So one day I was just investigating at the body shop where I work, the Gentleman's Club. And I put a post. I said, does anyone want to come hang out with me while I do this? And I have only hung out with him one time. Before that, we actually met up with a dude on YouTube, the Joker dude that spray paints his face. We met up with him. He was in Buffalo, and we filmed a couple skits with him. And then he messaged me, and he's like, I'll come down. I do that stuff. And that was my second time meeting him, and we just kept going and going and going.
Oh, that's
fucking-
awesome.
I think
The
we've hung out
fucking
every
body
Sunday
shop?
since then.
Every Sunday.
Body
yeah.
shop.
The body shop's haunted?
Yeah,
Active.
it used to be a
Active.
It used to be a slaughterhouse.
Huh?
Mob
So
talk.
just the energy in there, just the energy in that building is insane.
Yeah, it's
Yo.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
felt that shit before too, because I went to an EDM event there. And
At the body shop?
Yeah.
That was my event.
So it's probably
dude. Yes.
Was that during the middle of COVID?
Yes, it
Yes,
was.
yeah,
That
yeah.
is where
We
I.
had 400,
Then that wasn't the
we had
one then. That wasn't the
400
one.
people in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Not that
raving
one.
out.
That wasn't that one.
Fucking fire,
Yo, it was
bro.
crazy. It was crazy.
The craziest fucking.
I just
that
said
was
one
my
day, I
first.
said,
that was
I wanna
my
throw
first
a-
rave.
I want to throw a rave in there. Let's
that
do
the
it.
one
I
you always
messaged
talk
them. They're like,
about?
go ahead.
Dude, this shit was so fucking
It was
fire. my
pretty
one
dope.
homie, fucking Matt, he was fucking K-wall to the fucking balls. He fucking almost dropped a speaker on fucking someone.
Yeah,
dude,
yeah, yeah.
that shit was
That happened.
That was
fucking
fun.
wild.
Yeah. I feel like that's a Matt thing. Like
Yeah.
I feel like every Matt I know, they go hard.
Matt goes
Matt's
Yeah.
go hard.
Matt goes hard.
For sure.
All the
For
time.
sure.
That's
Balls
what she
to the
said.
walls. That shit was fucking fire.
Yeah, that was fun.
Good
Hell
fucking
yeah.
job.
That was my event.
bro.
I'm like, people came to that.
Dude, good
Somebody
fucking
was there?
event.
Yeah, we got a lot
fucking
of
event.
trouble. We got a lot of artists in trouble with their managers
Yeah?
because of what time of the year it was and what was going on.
I could imagine.
Oh, fuck it. That shit was fucking amazing. And I don't remember anyone getting sick from there. So,
Yeah. Well, that was awesome.
I got
Boom.
That
So
was
to all you
dope.
So
managers
boom,
out there.
people.
I'm just looking at the camera.
Boom.
Yeah. We
That's
had,
all we gotta
we
say.
had a fucking fun ass time.
Yeah, that was cool.
Exactly.
I mean, yo, I think Buffalo, we don't give a fuck. We fuck. We fucking
Lots.
we fuck.
We got lots of kids running around here.
I mean, I'm
We
picky.
do have a lot
I mean,
of kids.
I still fuck,
Got
but
a lot
I'm
of
picky.
kids around here.
Yo, but that shit right there was like the highlight of COVID.
Yeah, that was cool.
Because no one was doing shit, and then it went from there to the loft, and then
Yep.
it was just fucking the loft. We had the cops called on us.
You're making me
Hundreds of
making me
times.
want to do another one now.
Yeah, we should.
Okay.
I'm down.
Yeah, I'm down.
I
That
got
sounds good.
I guess I'll go.
Down, fucking
Can we just sit in the background and like say
Right,
random
right.
shit?
Yeah, let's do it.
yeah. That shit was fucking wild.
So how did you guys know that you could talk to
Yeah,
the
yeah.
other side? Like when did you first figure that
I'm
out?
getting the TBGBs over here.
So, I mean, we didn't really know we could at first. It kind of just happened that way. Like Ray was saying how he got into it. I got into it a whole different way. I'm a plumber during the day, and I work for a really big plumbing company. I won't say the name because I don't, you
Yeah.
know, they're corporate. But there's also a ghost hunting show that was very popular, probably the most popular. And they were plumbers for the same company I'm a part of. So they came to Buffalo to do a live event, and I met them there. And ever since then, I'm just like, yo, this is dope. I want to hunt for ghosts. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So I kept going and doing it and doing my own thing. And then, like Ray said, eventually we linked up to do this. And then until the time I met Ray, like I would do investigations all the time and not shit ever happened. Like I was going to like I went to the Hinsdale house. We went to Hinsdale house.
Yes.
One of the scariest, most haunted places.
I always watch the camera that they used to have.
Yeah,
24
I
hours
went
a day.
there, didn't shit happen to me. So I'm like,
Hotel Henry.
this is fun and all, but you know, so once me and Ray got together and we started really like honing in on it and really like, you got to relax. Like you got to open up. Like you
Yep.
can't, if you're a skeptic and you're going to fight it, you're never going to have anything happen around you. Cause we're not, I mean,
Why would
ghosts
they?
were people at one time, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? So they're like, well, fuck you too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're,
Right,
they're,
right.
not,
Hell
they're not
yeah.
going to talk to you. You know what I mean? So
Hell yeah.
if you open up, they all have a story. You know what I mean? Just like we have story in life, in death, they have stories too. So, and that's what we're trying to get. Because there's a lot of times they're in between. They're not crossed over yet. So
Yeah.
we try to help them cross over. And we have friends that help us do that. Like me and Ray don't particularly help them cross over, but we're like the middleman. Like, hey, can you help this guy?
Like, I got a
cross
guy.
over?
Like, I got a guy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so it kind of just started happening, and I've been pinched. I've been thrown out of a chair. Like, if you look at our TikTok, like, I've had, for some reason, nothing ever happens to him. I get my ass kicked, and I'm the big guy. So,
Right.
I'm telling you, which camera? Both these cameras, the shit is real. I'm telling you right now. Because I used to say it wasn't real. my big ass was thrown out of a chair. It's real.
That's pinned at the top.
And we
of our
got it on
page,
camera too.
Yep.
And you can see my big ass fly out of a chair. I don't like just fall out of a chair. I fly out of the chair.
And not only that, you smack, because, okay, so we do this method called Esta's method. And what you do is you plug the spirit box into noise canceling headphones and you blindfold yourself. And I'll ask questions that he can't hear. And he'll tell me what the spirit box is saying, see if we can match up the question with the answer. And he had the blindfold on and it shoved him out of the chair and he fell so hard, he smashed his face on the chair next to him. He had a big ass red mark.
It was bad.
It was
my
crazy.
ribs were jacked up. And
Oy.
he listen, go, everybody that's on here, go to Paranormal Intelligence on TikTok. It's one of the pinned videos.
It's on top, yeah.
As soon as I get thrown out of a chair, this dude yells like Scooby-Doo. You ever been with a friend and something happens and they do that like, oh, like that scared yell? He does the scared yell.
He does the shaggy
Yo,
yell.
The fucking, ooh,
when you're in a pitch,
Scooby yell.
when you're in a pitch black room and your friend is completely senseless, you feel like you're there by yourself. You know what I
Yo.
mean? It
Yeah.
feels like you're just there by yourself. To see him just get lifted and thrown, I literally damn near shit myself.
So yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
I didn't throw myself out of that chair. I can say that right now.
You said you're a plumber, right? So when you're doing your job, does anything ever happen?
Not really happens, but I've been into some buildings and some old houses where you walk in the door and I could feel it. And I'm like, oh, this is crazy. I did one time, I did a job for a customer and it was a guy I used to work with for this company. It was his old house. And I remember him telling me like shit was always happening at this house.
Yeah.
So I'm going to this house the whole way there. I'm like, damn, I wonder if these people know this house is haunted, but I'm not going to say nothing. And we get to talking, whatever. And I don't say nothing. All I say is, oh yeah, I know a guy that used to live here. They're like, you do? And I'm like, yeah, why? They're like, did he ever have any like paranormal stuff happening to him? And then she started telling me all this stuff. And mind you, I don't want to blow up his spot, so I don't say nothing. I'll say, oh, if I ever talk to him again, I'll let him know. I left the house. I'm like, yo, all that stuff you told me is true. I got this lady told me there was a dude in the house. They're finding pennies. Like, he's like, I told you. He said, you didn't tell her that I used to live there, right? I said, yeah, but I didn't tell her your name. I didn't tell her who you were. Like,
No, I don't know like what spirit's leaving money around, but that's the one I want in my house.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So,
leave me some
I live
fucking
at
pennies.
Right.
sometimes, yeah, I do.
That shit adds up after a while.
exactly.
40 cents this week.
So do you just investigate like in Buffalo, Western New York?
Right now, yes.
Okay.
We're not opposed to traveling. But I mean, it's not like The Conjuring where like people are paying us $1,000.
Oh,
and
no,
thousands
yeah.
to shoot out
Right.
there.
I mean,
we're doing this
eventually
out of
we
the
would love to
kindness
get
of our
there.
heart.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
Someday.
Now, you were talking about you have different methods. How many different methods do you guys have?
there's a few different things. I got some of my equipment with me. I can show you guys how it works and stuff like that. Red, you can hold on to the pod. You can explain that if you want.
This is called a REM pod. Now it's like an instructional video.
Right.
Hello, folks. Hang on, let me put my radio voice. Hello, folks. This is called a REM pod.
I think we found our voice, sir.
Yeah, I got
Right.
the voice, bro.
Yeah.
I got
He's
it.
got the voice.
I
He
got
does,
the
he
voice.
does.
So I won't turn it on now because it makes a lot of funny noises. But all these lights are different color LEDs, and when it's sitting by itself, energy as it gets close to this antenna, the energy rises, so the sound gets louder and the lights get brighter and they change colors. So if you're sitting in a dark room and this shit's over there, and it starts blinking and flashing and shit, you're like, okay, this is cool. But when you say, hey, can you please step away from the REM pod? And then it stops right away, or it gives you intelligent responses like, hey, make it stop at the blue light. And it's flashing and boop, it stops at the blue light. You're like, this motherfucker's haunted. You know what I mean? Like, you never
Somebody's
get used
listening to me.
And you put that in the doorway. So when you call something in to come talk to you, it has to pass by it. So you know it's coming in. So it's just like a marker kind of tells you, and that actually has a temperature reader on it. It'll light up red if the temperature gets hotter. If it gets cooler, it'll light up blue, so we know that it dropped and it got cooler. Here's your lovely K2 meter. That's a K2 meter.
Apparently, I'm his bitch on this podcast.
Right?
So this is a K2 meter.
You're about
This
to be
reads
a cat
electromagnetic field. So basically, when you turn this on, when you get close to things that are electric, I mean, the mic doesn't have
Like a plug or anything like that.
So if you get near electric, this spikes.
Okay.
Right.
So they say that paranormal, well, what do we want to call them? Ghosts, whatever.
Yep.
When they get close to this,
Gentlemen.
they can communicate through it because they can make this spike. So same thing. Like right now, I'm just sitting here, and it's sitting on green.
Yeah.
And there's no reason, there's nothing by me that's moving around with electromagnetic field that should kick this on. But all of a sudden, this thing will start spiking. Same thing. Like you can start asking questions. Hey, if there's somebody here, can you please make this thing spike to red, or can you make it spike to green, whatever. And then if it spikes to that, you say, okay, well, can you tell me how old you are? Are you between 10 and 15? Doesn't do nothing. Are you, between 15 and 20 years old? And then it spikes. Okay. You just keep going from there. And this thing's awesome. Like every paranormal investigator has a bunch of these because they're cheap and they work really well.
They work. They really do.
Oh yeah.
Just throw that down there.
Yeah, it's fine. we
got more of those. You know what I mean?
We got 2 of these, so we can both hold on to them.
Yeah.
So it gets cheaper and cheaper as we go. I swear to God, the cheaper stuff is better. So these are
how these taste,
these are
right?
cat toys. These are cat toys, and they're literally just motion censored, and they'll go off when you touch them. And sometimes we'll set it in front of the spirit box and be like, "Hey, touch that," and it'll go off. These are cool to see. Like we got a $600 spirit box that we built that says "Get Out" all the time, and I get more excited when the lights go off on that little ball.
For sure.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For sure. So we'll set it there the whole time we're sitting here, and as long as it doesn't really get moved, maybe it'll go off. You never know.
Yeah.
I'll grab the big one.
The big one. What's he
big
talking
one.
about?
Dum dum dum.
Oh, the big one.
You got me excited.
This is Maryland.
Thought it was-
This is Maryland. This is our second version of our spirit box. So pretty much, this is a normal spirit box that you would see on like one of those TV shows.
Hey,
They light up?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure did.
That's crazy. now I'm trying to debunk it.
Gerald.
I'm trying to debunk it. You know what I mean? So this is a normal SB7 that you would see people use on like Ghost Adventures and stuff like that. This is the thing that makes all that static noise, and then the voices will come through every once in a while. The way we have this built, we have this ran through 2 guitar pedals, noise canceling pedal, and a reverb pedal, and it's got a 92-hour battery pack and a Bluetooth speaker in it. So we plug this into the noise canceller, and it cuts out all the static, and all you hear is voices.
Okay.
So that's something that we built. It's called a portal box.
He's kind of a nerd, and I like it.
Yeah.
This is version 2.
I like that it's
The
named
first version
Maryland,
was
too.
My
small.
tech support right here.
The first version was small. We stuffed everything in the back. There was no room to do anything. So then I found this at an antique store, and I was like, we're going to hollow this out, and we're going to put all of
Hell
our
yeah.
stuff in the back of it.
That's amazing.
That
And,
looks beautiful as hell.
So
I
where do
thought
you-
it was a fucking radio. I was ready.
Where do you go? Like, where do you go to learn to use these things? Like, how do you figure that out? Like, oh, let me get this cat toy.
I mean, so the cat toys are from a good friend of ours that lives in LA. Her name is
Shout
Dawn.
out Dawn.
Shout out Dawn.
Shout out
Classic. What is it?
Classic Horror Shop.
ClassicHorrorShop.com. She sells the dopest like Halloween stuff, shirts and apparel. But anyway,
You can get
I went to
Chucky
LA.
dolls and it's all
Right.
cool
Yeah, it's
stuff.
dope. I went to LA to investigate the Roosevelt Hotel with her right on Sunset Boulevard, and she gave me those as a gift to bring back with us. She uses
Oh,
those. So,
awesome.
but it's cool. Like the paranormal community, especially on TikTok, everyone's kind of like a family. Like it's pretty cool because, we have a lot of followers and moderators who monitor our chat, you know what I mean? And
Right.
give people the boot if they're, like, oh, you guys are fake, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
ghosts aren't real.
We get a lot of you guys need Jesus, read the Bible, blah, blah, blah. And we're just like, that's not time to preach.
Tell me
It's-
something
I don't
It's
know.
not time to preach. I don't mind what religion you are. You can believe in whatever you want, but
Right.
now is not the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's always
Yeah.
a time for that. And
So I mean, we've seen people use them on different things. We've done research on them, a lot of YouTube videos. I mean, we're to the point now where we know what technology works and what's a bunch of bullshit. You know what I mean?
sometimes we'll be walking through Walmart and we'll see something. We'll be like, this would be cool
Yeah.
to set up over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it just
Yeah,
like
like,
I
it
was
just
at Home
makes
Depot.
sense.
I found these lights. It's like a saucer, no pun intended. And it's like a censored light. So you just turn it on, put it over there. So it's made like for you to like put in your closet. You open the
Yeah.
closet door, the sensor goes off. So we use them in big areas. Like if we're sitting over here, we'll put it over there. And if the light turns on, there's something that's causing that light to turn on. So then we're like, all right, let's go over there and see what the hell's going on here. So really, you just gotta, be.
it's always
Yeah.
evolving,
MacGyver,
and you're trying
you
to
know what
find
I mean?
the next thing to, to make it work. Because there's a lot of skeptics, and everyone's got something to say about every single piece of equipment. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
So it's just you can't deny the spirit box, though. You can't deny
Yeah.
that. It's crazy. So the way the spirit box works is it runs through radio stations. It'll go through about 7 or 8 of them every second, and it'll go in through each station. And what you're looking for is spirit voices to span over 5 or 6 channels, because then you know that wasn't the radio speaking. Because the radio does come through every once in a while and you'll hear it. It'll be like, oh, channel 457. And then it'll go to the next thing. But you want to get something that spans multiple channels. Because like if you go to KISS 98.5, you'll hear it on 98.5, 98.6. But when you get to 98.7 and all that other stuff, like you won't hear it.
Yeah.
It'll go away. It'll kind of like fade off. So like if you get a sentence that spans 10 channels, you're like, all right, that can't be the radio. And you're also looking for like things that it says that like they can't say on the radio. Like when the spirit box called me the C word.
Literally.
Right. Yeah. I'm like,
yeah.
That's not on the radio.
Right.
The radio is not telling me to leave. It's not telling me to get out, you know. So we try to pick things that like you wouldn't normally hear on the radio. Like we ask spirits like what their favorite color is, because it's very rare the radio is going to be like yellow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
So just stuff like that. You want to like try and get around like the radio noise just to like kill the skeptics kind of.
Awesome. Out of all your investigations, where do you think, say like in Buffalo, the city proper, would be like the most haunted, or where you had the most activity?
Yeah. Great question. I was coming up with
Body
that.
shop.
Got to be the body shop.
Yeah.
Body shop. Yeah.
More
sure.
than the hotel, Henry.
Yeah, and I think the body shop,
Body shop.
the spirits in the body shop are just adapting to us being there, and I think they're so comfortable now that when we come in there, they just come out. In the beginning, we weren't really getting much, and we were like, I don't know if we should keep doing this, and then it just started going and going and going, and we just figured out how many spirits are in there, and now we know that. Now we heard that there's a portal in there, and they just come and go whenever they please, and it's been pretty crazy.
How many do you think are there?
It's different all the time. We get a lot of people passing by. Like we have a psychic medium. Her name's Sarah, one of our good friends.
Shout out
on there.
Sarah.
Shout out Sarah, preciously psychic. So she'll jump on and be like, today there's this many, and there's one just passing through, and like they'll pass through and come talk to us, and then they just won't be there anymore. You know what I mean?
We'll
But
have
there are a
kids.
few.
We'll have kids pop up at the body shop sometimes, like teenagers, and I'm like, "What are you doing here?" But spirits can follow you. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily attached to you. Sometimes they can follow you. So,
But if we open the door, they just walk in with us. You know what I mean? They were human once. So, like, you got to think of it like that. And it makes me laugh thinking like that. Because, like, when you watch all these shows and you even watch us live, we're like, what is your name? What's your favorite? Now, can you imagine sitting in someone's face being like, what's your name? You ask him like 6 times, and he's like, I said my name's John.
knock
Right.
on the
Like,
wall.
I said
God
it 4 times
damn
already.
it,
Right.
like-
So it's sometimes we gotta like bring ourselves down and remember like we're talking to things that used to be human.
Yeah.
So you don't want to be like, what's your name? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's rude.
Or
Yeah.
kids. If you're talking to kids, you have to talk to them like kids. Like,
Yep.
I have kids, so a lot of times kids gravitate towards me. Like those, like the mediums will say, like, Red, they're like they're feeling your energy, like they're right next to you, and I'll be like, you know, what's your name? Come sit by me. It's safe. You know, you don't have
Yeah.
to worry. I'm not. You know what I mean? I'm not going to hurt you. Because same thing when kids pass and they're not crossed over. You know, imagine a kid at Walmart that can't find his parents. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
How's he acting? You know, he's freaking out. You know what I mean? So you're not going to run up and like, what's your name, kid? You know what I mean?
Right,
You're not going to
exactly.
do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Exactly.
Knock on the wall, kid.
Yeah.
You know? So
Exactly.
finish the
They're
shaving
already
haircut.
a little freaked out as it is, and maybe.
Exactly.
And yeah, and then you got this guy.
It's crazy. I didn't know that the body shop used to be a slaughterhouse. I thought it was
Yeah.
just a
Cat ball just went off again. Check that out.
There you go. What's up, Gerald?
And like I said, look, there's no like.
Jerry.
Well, maybe it does.
Did
Maybe
we
it
trigger?
was.
You try and do it. Let's see. Maybe we can debunk it as like the
Yeah, we'll give it a
vibration.
shotski.
Yeah.
Yes, but I
That's
didn't
right.
move, so stop banging your damn
The,
feet,
the
Ray.
camera added 20 points.
Right.
It's an extra 50.
Right, I was too. I was like, Jerry's here.
Put this somewhere over there off camera. We could just pretend the kid, like, oh, it's going off. We'll just pretend and lie.
Right.
Because that's what we do.
That was just a
Shine
big
your
gust of
flashlight
air.
like this, and we'll be like, look, it's going off.
But yeah, no, the body shop. So it was a slaughterhouse. It was also a mail sorting facility.
yeah.
And since
remember
it's
that.
been the business that it is now, there have been a couple of deaths in that facility.
yep.
So
Yeah.
And outside
surrounded
of
by
it,
death. A slaughterhouse
No.
in itself. How many thousands of
And-
animals were slaughtered in there? Who knows?
Right.
They have spirits too.
And we've lost a
Yeah.
couple dancers, not in the club, but like a couple dancers that I think would actually like, go there during passing. Like, I've been in the strip club industry for 10 years, and I've witnessed like 8 to 10 girls pass away. So like, you got to think that sometimes they'll visit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Come say hi.
Because
And
they
you
spend
do
more
this,
time
too.
there than at home. You know.
Exactly.
and they know that this is your job too.
Right,
so you
right.
think they may gravitate towards you?
Right, and they know that we have the opportunity to talk to them so they can be heard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
So what do your families think?
Or crazy psychos.
Red's
Not
mom
really.
tried to attack me.
Yeah. I try to get my mom to do funny TikTok videos, and she doesn't follow directions very much. We were making a video one day. I was like, Mom, I'm going to put the camera on you. Say, why is Ray being a bitch? Right? And then she said, why is Ray a little bitch? I'm like, Mom, that's not what you're supposed to say.
So I log into TikTok and I look at the video. I'm like, oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, because of course I posted it.
Well, hell yeah.
Like, hey, this is Red's mom, and why is Ray being a little bitch? Gold. But no, I mean, my kids are into it. One of my daughters, she's into it. She's probably watching now. What's up, Emma? She's like one of my fans. But I mean, I don't really give a shit what they
Kids
think,
are the
honestly.
best.
Yeah.
Man,
Kids
no,
are the best fans.
they really are.
Yo, my son, I'm his biggest fan, and he's my biggest
Same,
fan.
same.
But his mom does not let him watch my podcast.
Well, I mean, I let her watch like
understand.
the beginning of it, like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
intro, and that's
I
about
show him
it.
like my little intro videos and like the videos the one video he just shot of the drone video of
No,
myself.
I'm not gonna lie. Danny watches it.
Yeah,
like,
Danny-
Full through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Danny's cool people though.
yeah. I have a 7-year-old. She's awesome.
Yeah,
We
I've
love
got 4. I don't honestly. I'm
Champ.
very protective of my kids, but I don't like keep my kids from anything. Like,
Yeah, that's kind of how I am.
you know what I mean? I tell my kids, if you want to say bad words, come to me. We'll talk about it. I'll let you say them to me.
Yeah,
like,
that's
how
let's
I
say them
am.
together.
Yes,
Like
like
they
just
hear
in
me
this
say them
house.
all the time. You know what I mean? Like I'd rather them hear me say it and watch me do stupid shit than them see it at school and be like, Dad,
Yep.
this kid called me this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
Correct.
that's the way I was raised. That's
So
the way
now
I'm
he,
putting
now he
it.
goes, Dad, this kid called me this, so I'm going to call you this now.
But so far, I mean, I got daughters in high school and they're like straight A students. I mean,
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
so when people are like, you say that in front of your kids, they're like, yo, my daughter's on National Honor Society, motherfucker, so fuck you.
Exactly.
Bella, tell them to fuck off. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
And can you spell that for them, please?
exactly.
Exactly. Yo,
So,
no, I have an honor student too, and it's like, I'll just say shit, and she just looks at me like,
Yeah. I already
Okay,
get that
Dad.
at 7.
Yeah.
I get that at 7 already.
Yeah.
I'm like,
don't
oh,
take long.
damn.
Once they catch on, it's a wrap.
So
Yeah.
I have a question
Females
for
are the
you.
worst.
Earlier, you had said something about, spirit not being able to attach to you or something like that. When my daughter is like, God, she was maybe 6 months old. We went on a ghost tour throughout Mystic, Connecticut. I like them because maybe you will find something, you'll encounter something, but you do get like learn history, right? And people are like, "You brought your daughter." And I'm like, but I mean, it was just the 3 of us. Well, I can't leave her in a hotel room.
I mean,
And
why not? I mean,
I was
don't
like,
understand.
yeah.
I bring my mom on investigation sometimes. She loves it. Like,
Yeah.
I bring my daughters. Like I took my
Yeah.
daughters to the Hinsdale house.
Okay.
And at the
Yeah,
time they were like 12 and 14, my 2 oldest. So like,
Yeah.
and the crazy part was, the spirit box said my daughter's name, and the lady was like, "Is there any Emmas in the room?" And my daughter's like, and then she's like, "Emma, why don't you come over and we'll talk to spirit box together?" And she stood up, and the spirit box said 13. She went, "Emma, how old are you?" She's like, 13. So like,
That's yeah.
my daughters thought that was afterwards. They're like, "Yo, that was pretty sweet."
But it's
We
better.
wanna
Right.
go
It's
back.
better to
Exactly.
learn young, so when you're older, you're not uneducated
Yeah.
about it. You know what I mean? Especially
Exactly.
especially with what we do, and his daughters being like, if something does happen, and they're educated on it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yep.
Our society seems to be pushed away from death.
For sure.
No,
Oh my
one
God,
wants to
for sure.
fucking talk about it. Nothing like
Yeah.
death is like
It's scary. It's
zip
untouchable.
shit.
It's,
Yeah.
Yeah, which is so. It's
How's our stream? Is it surviving? They didn't take us down yet.
Right.
No, but we did realize like you can watch it if you're not a subscriber.
You
yeah,
just-
we
you
changed
just
it to
can't.
subscriber only chat now.
Yeah, so they're the only ones
Yeah.
that can comment and talk.
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Because I'm big into like horror movies. Like obviously you said
Yeah.
my tattoos.
Yeah.
I have a custom truck that's all horror movies out.
Oh, that's
a show
dope.
truck. And like my kids, like when we do movie night, we're watching like, a horror movie in general.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how gory it is. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna watch it, you're gonna watch it with me. And they love it. You know what I mean?
Oh.
My youngest is 5 and she's probably the craziest one out of all of them. You
Yeah.
know what I
The
mean?
Yeah.
youngest ones always are. Like, wow,
Yeah,
crazy,
they're the ones
man.
that are most susceptible to it too.
Crazy.
You said you had a
Exactly.
question about Connecticut with your daughter.
Well, yeah. So like, people are always, weren't you scared that people would like, that a spirit would, pair with her or something? And I'm like, no.
Which
Like,
it's possible. Absolutely, it's possible, but the odds are very slim. And just because a spirit attaches to you doesn't mean your house is haunted and it's a demon. And
Well, exactly. And I said, I'm like, she's so pure of heart at such a young age that like nobody would want to hurt her. Like,
Just
that would be
make
the
sure
hope.
that like, when you guys do that kind of stuff, just always set your intentions before you go in.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And always
Yep.
tell everything that's there that it has to stay there when you leave.
yes,
Yep.
yeah.
And I did do that.
Yep.
and, you
Yeah,
know,
as long as you set your intentions right. In my opinion, I mean, a lot of people have their own opinions.
yeah.
We all have them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So, in my opinion, and so far so good, I mean,
Yeah.
everything's okay. You know what
Well,
I mean?
yeah. I mean, with Jerry, I come in every day, I say hi to him, tell him we're here.
Yeah, you just
thanks for
and
having
that's-
us.
And we also we wear like crystals, our protection crystals. Like I got my necklace on. These were actually made by one of our subscribers,
Oh, awesome.
Happy Dwarf. So she sent these to us, and I wear black tourmaline. This is like spiritual protection. I always have it on. Just added a little added extra protection just in case, you know.
Yeah. We have some
beautiful. I like
selenite
it.
here.
Yeah,
I really like your necklace
Thanks.
a lot. I have to get one so bad.
We'll hook
We
you up.
I own
We'll
a
hook
crystal
you up.
shop. So
Oh, nice.
let me
yeah.
know, yeah.
Nice.
We'll
Yeah.
hook you up.
That's a good
Yeah.
thing to know
We've
because
been
our
talk-
other host, his wife does rapping.
Nice.
So
sweet.
Yeah,
if
I
she
got
needs
everything you guys need.
crystals,
Whatever you guys
yeah.
want to do, just let me know.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
amazing. Yeah, well,
That's cool.
definitely.
Yeah, I'm actually like slowly going through my mediumship now. I'm learning my abilities. I'm starting to be able to like see things, but only for like split seconds. Like I'll be like, saw that over there. It's gone now.
Yeah.
I won't see it again. But I'm starting to realize that I'm tapping into things that I couldn't do before, which is kind of cool.
That's awesome. That I'm really intrigued by that.
Yeah, no, like when you say see things, like what?
Like, all right. So the first thing I learned when I learned that I had abilities was, so there'll be times when I'm driving down the road and I'll think something and I'll be like, maybe I should get in the other lane, and I'll get in the other lane and something will happen. It's like premonitions. Like I started having these premonitions and I could see things before they happened, but they were small things, like little things. Like if I don't move that REM pod, it's going to fall off the table. And if I don't move it, it falls off the table. You know what I mean? Just stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was
No,
like, if I would have just did what I thought I
that's
should have did in the first
fucking
place.
wild.
So it's weird. So now I'm trying to like tap into that more. And like, I'll see things out of the corner of my eye, or I'll look and I'll see something walk by for a split second and it'll be gone and I'll never see it again. And I'll be like, how do I tap into that to keep seeing that? Because I know it just didn't end there. It's still walking.
No,
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I'm trying to learn how to get into all that stuff. And like I said, our psychic medium, Sarah, she's going to be helping me unlock abilities and tell me how to, the best way to go about doing all that kind of stuff is.
The only time that I've been able to hold something like that is when I'm balls to the wall tripping. Like the only time.
Mine's open.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
the only time because I have like I'll be like, no, I'm not gonna leave right now. I'm gonna leave
Yep.
in 20 minutes.
See, and I know that feeling because I've
like-
done that twice. So
But I'm
I've
like,
had that
why?
feeling.
Why 20 minutes? And my mind's just like 20 minutes.
Don't
And
worry about
I'll
it.
bullshit
Yeah.
for 20 minutes and then leave. And on the way, a cop will have someone pulled over or an accident
It's
or
probably
something.
Ray. This dude.
And those
he
are
needs-
premonitions.
If
Those
he
are
he needs to get more premonitions about the police, because this dude gets pulled over a lot.
I got pulled over yesterday.
He needs
Oh,
to switch
yeah.
lanes away from the popo.
You need
it's-
like an invisibility cloak.
And listen,
Something.
me and him live 10 minutes down the road from each other.
You need to
and
put
every
it on
time I'll
cruise
drop
control.
the equipment off and him and I'll go to my
you
house.
get a
I'm always
ticket
getting pulled
between
over.
the.
Yeah.
Always.
I get fucking pulled over when he's in the car with me. I don't ever get pulled over. They'll be like, where you going? I'm like,
And
you
the worst-
know who we are. You pull us over all the time. Take him home, okay?
The worst part is we can't blame it on the vehicle that I drive because I bought his vehicle off
Bought
of
it from
him,
me.
and he wasn't getting pulled
And
over.
now he's getting pulled over.
So
You got to put it on cruise control, bro.
right. We drive modified cars, so like my windows are
He
tinted.
doesn't stop at
My
stop
tail lights
signs
are
and shit.
tinted,
You know what I mean?
like-
Like you're supposed to come to a complete stop and go.
The Cali
The
roll.
star of the
That's-
Cali
I had a slammed bright pink Mazda Miata that I would drive around, and they were just. If it wasn't pulling me over to be like, "Hey, this is cool," it was pulling me over to be like, they would literally.
Your
I had
tint's too
I had
dark,
a cop
sir.
measure
Your
my
exhaust is
car
too
and
loud.
said it wasn't more than 3 inches off the ground, so they gave me a ticket.
Is that like a thing? Is
That's a
that
thing.
really a thing?
That's the thing.
I don't know. I guess it is. They'll give you anything.
So how many inches is your car supposed
I
to be
mean,
off the ground?
they
Like
see
maybe mine's
3
too
or more.
high.
I feel like
3 or more.
I feel like
I would
now
say
what they're
3 or more. Do you
targeting-
think that's a lot, or is that not a lot of inches? 3.
I don't know.
from the
What's
ground.
3? Is that like 3?
Is that enough?
3 from the
Is
ground
3 inches
or
enough? You think?
I don't know. I feel like my truck's
think
too
it's
high
too much.
from
It
the
doesn't-
ground.
if it hangs 3 from the ground, I think that's too much.
If your balls
three's-
drag.
three's
I think
okay.
they're targeting.
You're all right with three?
They're targeting drivers with nice cars like that because they're like, oh, they're putting all that money. They can fucking
Well, they
can
just
afford
passed.
this
tickets.
ticket.
They just passed the Sleep Act now. So if you modify your exhaust in any way, it's $1,000 minimum fine.
Yeah, isn't that
Wait,
like
what?
bikes too and shit
Yep,
like
the
that?
Wait,
Sleep
what?
Act. Any
Yep.
modified
What?
exhaust
The
on a
Sleep
bike or a
Act?
car, $1,000 minimum fine if
Trying
you
to
get pulled
sleep.
over. Yep.
Yeah, so when you go get your car friggin' inspected, if you have a modified
They
your
gotta take-
exhaust,
They will not expect it. Nope.
Really?
Yep. It's bad.
And why did why?
So
okay,
what
so
they're
this is
doing is
random. Why are
taking
they
it
called
off,
the
putting it
Sleep
back.
Act? Because
Because of all
it's
the
waking
people
people
that's
up.
waking up.
Because
Yep.
Nuh-uh.
Karen was probably
Karen
sleeping.
needs to go to work in the morning.
Well then, oh come on.
I mean, let's be honest though. Ray's Miata was really loud, and this dude gets out of work at 4 a.m.
Yeah,
can
so
you
I'm going
imagine?
to. I'm
that doesn't
ripping-
bother me.
I'm ripping down Bailey.
Yo, all day you could.
Literally.
I
She's like,
had,
boop, boop, boop.
I
That
had
pink
exhaust.
Miata
My
went by
exhaust
again.
had no
I'm
cat,
trying to sleep.
no resonator, just straight pipe from the
Straight
headers
pipe.
all the way out the back of the car.
Oh yeah, yeah. I could sleep through that all day. You could have gone down my
Yeah,
street.
Listen,
I wouldn't have been
maybe
mad.
that's where I should have went. Then I would have
Yeah.
got pulled over.
As long
Yeah.
as it's not fireworks for me, you're good.
I sleep through
It's
everything.
okay. That car's gone. We're good. The snowplow guy at my work hit it and totaled it, so we're good.
Oh,
It's gone.
Yeah,
oh,
it's gone.
geez.
So now I have his car, and I
Okay.
still get pulled over, so it doesn't matter.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
We got to figure something out for you.
But
Hopefully.
Good luck.
we got some cool haunted stuff to show you.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah, we brought some of our collection here.
Yeah.
Haunted collections.
You guys, I'm like the happiest person ever. Can we?
This is Red's piece that
This
he
is one of mine
Oh.
here. So this is obviously a Ouija board. This is from the 1940s.
Okay.
There is a planchette. I will not put the planchette on here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't really fuck with Ouija boards.
Yeah.
I got
I
the
heard not
goosebumps
to.
right now.
Yeah, don't.
Like
Unless
I'm
you know
staring
what you're
at it
doing.
like.
So it's
like,
okay like this, but
It's
the
a phrase.
planchette, I will not put. He's always like, "Yo, do you want me to take it?" I'm
Why
like,
has it
"Bro."
got Disney people on it? It's
That's
like
what I
a-
said. It's the witch from
Yeah.
Disney, Snow White, 1940s,
Yes.
right? So I don't know. But yeah, so
Oh, I do.
yeah.
So they took. So
Look
they
at-
took the design from.
No, but look at
'Cause this is
but
older, right?
1940. No, Disney was out in
Was it?
1940.
Was it?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you
Trying
think
to- trying to
Disney
market
created
to
the character
kids.
first?
No, but if you look at all Disney movies are super demonic.
Yeah,
like,
it's true. You're right.
So what I'm
so-
thinking. So
yeah.
what I'm thinking is either Disney wanted to
Stole
make it
her.
creepy and stole it, or they took it and put it on there as like a familiar type
That
of.
definitely looks like,
Right.
was it Snow White?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah,
like
this
when
one with the
she's
apple?
the
Snow White,
So-
demonic as
Apple.
fuck. They're fucking poisoning fucking people in
Yes.
that movie.
Yes.
So there's a
yes.
lady on
TNG.
there's a lady on
I need a lighter.
TikTok called Evermore Paranormal, and she
don't have
jumps
one.
on there all the time and sells her haunted stuff.
Yeah, she's always buying and selling haunted
So
On
we
what?
picked up a few
Paramore?
on TikTok.
She's
Evermore
Evermore
Paranormal.
Paranormal,
Okay.
yes. And you could buy haunted stuff from her. We bought two things. We bought this, and the next thing I'll show you.
The next thing's pretty crazy. But so anyway,
Yeah,
this is
he's-
1940s Ouija board. I don't fuck with Ouija boards. I bought it because it's cool.
Yeah.
But I would never.
He wanted to sell the planchette. I'm like, no, just give
I'm
it
like,
to
bro,
me.
I'm trying to sell. He's like, yo, just leave them together, man. I'm like, nah, dude.
right.
Like my thing is, educated or not, I feel like when that planchette hits this board, it's like unlocking the prison, like the death row inmates
Like
have
you
done
just
some
unlocked the
serious
portal.
Yep.
right.
Exactly. Like, I don't know.
There's
I
only
don't-
so many portals
Yeah.
I'm unlocking in this world.
That's why when when people are like, "Oh yeah, when I was in high school, we used to do the Ouija board." I'm
Yeah.
like, "You're a fucking asshole."
Nope.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, my
And you're the reason why
stepmom-
we're
My
paranormal
sisters-
investigators.
My
now.
sister and cousin started to do it, and I left the house.
I don't blame you.
No, my stepmother told me never, like she had a psychic medium come to the house and like she had like a Ouija board somewhere in the house, like in the basement, say packed away, and the woman wouldn't even enter the house until it was thrown out. So from that point forward, I just, nope, not
I
fucking
don't
with
like
that.
it. I don't like
I just want to
Yep.
let you guys know, like when we ordered this stuff, it sat in a box, and it was
Yeah.
sitting at his house, and he lives 10 minutes from me. And I logged on to, there was a couple other mediums that we were messing around with, Southern, and we were on their live, and they stopped in the middle of, they were doing paid readings for people. They stopped in the middle of their reading, and they said, Ray, I have to tell you something. And I'm like, what? And they're like, I'm in the box. So they have like a video view of me, and they're like, there's a dude standing behind you. I'm like, okay. And they're like, yeah, his name's Peter. And I'm thinking in my head, oh God, I just bought something haunted from Evermore that has a dude named Peter.
But they're also telling him this guy's like motherfucking you.
Yeah,
right
he's
now.
mad.
He's pissed.
He's angry. He's mad. And I'm thinking, we didn't even unbox this stuff yet. And it's at Red's house. And they've never met me yet. I've never been in the presence of these haunted items. How did it know where I lived?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So she told me about it.
No,
He's mad. He's motherfucking everybody. He's super angry and annoyed. And we were just like, all right, cool. So like ever since then, we brought the box to the body shop in the warehouse. We did a whole unboxing video, and then they stayed there. We didn't bring none of this home. It stayed in the body shop, and I was like, until I can learn who Peter is and I can get familiar with him and, you know, calm him down and tell him that, like, he's not going to be traveling all over the place being bought and sold. He has a spot now. I'm going to keep him. You know what I mean? Maybe he'll be a little bit happier. And I kept him there. Haven't touched him. And we brought him out when we opened the box. We brought him out and put him near the spirit box. And our psychic medium, Sarah, said, Peter wants me to tell you that he's not a circus act. So I'm like,
What's
okay,
crazy too
cool.
is the whole time, like they were telling him, like, there's something, he's in a box inside of a box. And Ray's like, what? This dude calls me at like 4:00 in the morning. Of course, I don't answer my phone because I don't wake up through shit. And he's like, text me. As soon as you wake up, you got to call me. I got some crazy stuff. And when he told me, I'm like, yo, that's what, like the shit. I can't even think offhand exactly what they were saying, but it was spot on.
Before we
like,
opened the box, the medium was like, that dude that's standing behind you came from a box inside of a box.
Yeah.
So we opened the box, and then Peter's was in a separate box.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
And
pretty
he was
cool.
saying how, like, something along the lines of, they were saying how he mentioned that the bitch that had him before couldn't handle him.
Yeah,
so
she
shipped
can't-
them
she
off.
can't handle me.
And this is before they knew that we had items
Yeah.
sitting in a box at my house. And here I am sleeping, and this motherfucker's trying to call me to try to save me.
Right. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay. So this was still all in your house.
Yeah.
This is all in my house. This is all in my house.
dude. So the box was at your house, and Peter fucking
Ended up at my house.
The thing
Went to your
that
house.
the guy Peter who's attached to an item that we brought with us today was with him already. Like somehow this dude knew that the item he was attached to was owned by Ray. You know what I mean? Which is off the wall. The shit they were telling him was
Because
off
when
the wall.
he was buying stuff, he's like, I want that Ouija board. And then when the other thing came up, I was like, buy me that. I'll give you the money when I see you. So he bought it for me. So we have our own two separate items.
Yeah.
And they knew that this one was mine.
It was
That
crazy.
one was his.
It was
Which is
crazy.
pretty
Fucking
crazy.
wild.
So I guess
Yeah.
we can get right into it. I'll explain Peter.
Yeah, show him.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna explain it to you, and I'll show you what we got. So
Okay.
Peter was living at one point, and when he passed away, he got brought to a Catholic church, and the Catholic priest that does the last rites ritual with they have the last rites cross. They open
Correct.
up the wooden cross. They put the two candles on. They splash the holy water. They burn the candles, and then there's a little piece of cotton inside of the cross that they burn, and they set the soul free, and that's how you get released and you get freed. Peter wasn't Catholic, so the Catholic priest didn't like that. So they didn't burn the cotton, and they kept him in the cross, and Peter's stuck. So Peter has nowhere to go. So he's stuck, and I have him.
From what we know about Peter too, he was not a good person when he was living. Like he did a lot of things he wasn't supposed to do to people. So
So this is Peter. So he opens up, and he's got the candles, the holy water, and then that's the cotton that they're supposed to
yo,
burn.
that's what that was.
So they're
for?
supposed to
Yep.
burn the cotton. That's
So when
in
you were
here.
to die back then, everybody that's
Yeah.
Catholic was given a cross like this, and this is how you were crossed over.
Yeah, I went to St. Rita and Patrick because I was an altar boy, and they had those shits at the fucking church.
There you go. Now you know.
So I'm not gonna lie, this is the first time I've ever transported this stuff, and I left work at 4:30 in the morning last night, and I was staring in that rearview mirror the entire time, going, "There's something behind me."
Right.
He was in the trunk, and I'm like, "Oh God." I'm in a wagon, so I'm like, he could just literally just choke me if he wanted to.
Right.
But this is Peter. He comes through every once in a while when we're at the body shop. He'll just make himself known. Or Sarah will be like, he's standing there like this up against the couch just watching you guys. You know, he's there every once in a while. But I talked to him and I told him, like, hey, man, like, I got a permanent place for you to stay. Like, I'm going to put you in my house on a nice shelf. You won't get sold. You don't have to travel all the time. And he just didn't like being in the box with the Ouija board. Sarah was like, he wants out of the box. He wants out of the box.
Yeah.
So we took him out of the box. So this is Peter. He's not a circus act. He's just, he wants everybody to know his story, is what he told her. He's like, I wanted everyone to know what happened to me. So we're telling everybody what happened to him. He's not our circus act. He's actually educational. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's cool. You want to set him on the table?
You want to hold Peter?
You guys can hold him if you want.
Yeah.
You don't have to be scared.
I'm not.
I hope not. Anyway.
No, he was motherfuckering me
Full
up
disclaimer.
and down, not you. You're fine. But I think I'm at a point now where me and him understand each other, and we're not on that weird sense anymore.
Yeah.
I left him a shot. I leave him a shot every once in a while back there. I go get him some Tito's and I put it back there for him. I'm like, here, have a drink.
I like
you know
your
what I
fucking
mean? So
style, man.
you gotta.
Unorthodox, man.
You gotta.
Yeah, I leave him a blunt and a shot. I've alcohol for fucking no reason. I don't drink it. Like I like tequila, but I'll drink it like every 2 years.
Are you one of those people that you'll fight someone if you drink too much tequila?
No.
No? Okay.
That's
He's
the
like,
only
no, but
one
it's
I-
weird. I only get to fight 2 times a year.
Right.
2 times a month. It's so weird how that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
Only
why I
2
don't drink
times a
tequila.
year.
They're like, yo, you want to take a shot of Patron? I don't feel like whooping your ass tonight. So I'm just
Right.
like,
We
this Bud Light.
got. We
Don't
also
feel like
we also
seeing them.
brought one
This
more
Bud
thing
Light.
with us too. This is more or less haunted, as more of like cool.
It's got a cool story behind it. For
So
sure.
we have
Okay.
there's an actual paranormal store. I don't know if you guys know about it, that we have in Buffalo called Paranormal Oddities. And he
Yes.
sells a bunch of equipment and stones and all this like stuff that like artists make and stuff like that. And he's got a family member that makes these weird like dolls and oddities and stuff like that. And I walked by one and I looked and I was like, that's mine. I gotta have it. I just had that feeling. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So
It literally happened that way too. He's like, I'm buying that.
we
I said, are you sure, Ray? He said, I'm fucking buying that.
So we let our subscribers come up with names, and we picked the best name for him. So this is Cecil. He's our little clown guy.
He's like our mascot.
He's
Cecil.
our little mascot. I gotta.
Can I tell him the background of the rosary?
You can tell him the background, but I got a protection necklace on him.
Good.
Nah.
Yeah,
So-
he's missing a foot on purpose. So he has an artist that makes these, which is pretty cool. So I walked by him. He's porcelain. So I was like, I need this. I said, I don't know why I need this, but I need this. I need this in my life. But yeah, so you can tell him he's got
need
like an
this in my
actual
life.
rosary.
So the rosary that he has around his neck was bought at from a family member of a estate sale, and this was clenched in a woman's hands when they found her passed away in her house in her chair. This rosary was. So let's put it on a clown.
Right.
Put a,
I don't know
That
if
makes
that's what
sense.
drew me
I
to
call
it.
him Yucko. I like Yucko better, but
So
Cecil's cool.
everyone will pick names
call him
and it
Yucko.
reads like Yucko, and I'm like, that's the worst one.
I said,
out of
I'm
all of
calling his
them.
ass Yucko. He's Yucko to
21.
me.
So we're over here. We did another competition for the spirit box to name the spirit box, and he's like, "We're naming it Yucko." I'm like, "Stop doing that."
Everything's Yucko.
Everything's
Also,
Yucko.
the spirit box. If you guys noticed it, it's got a bunch of names on the top. We'll get you guys to sign it too. All of our subscribers get to sign the spirit box, so they're
Oh,
like a part of
awesome.
us when we go on every investigation. So that's kind of cool. I want to get them to sign it too. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely.
So kind of tell us like how
Can I cut
you
you off for
investigate.
1 second? Just so you know, I'm a fucking afraid of clowns too.
Are you? You
wanna
want
go?
to chill with Cecil?
Hell no.
You sure?
I'm not
I
Can
think
we,
he
can we
I
put
think he
Cecil on
should.
that table?
You want to wear the rosary? You want to wear the rosary with Cecil? Pass him down. Don't be a bitch. Hold on, Cecil, for a minute.
I'm gonna fucking shoot that fucking thing, dude. Oh my.
You want to take him home with you?
That shit is fucking.
Take him home with you.
Hell no. Oh my god. And it's like it's like those fucking dolls that my grandma used to have with those.
Literally.
Yeah, the
That's
porcelain
exactly
dolls.
what it
Yeah,
is.
Oh my
but the cool thing
God.
about Cecil is our psychic medium Sarah said that he's nothing but positive energy.
Oh.
Nothing bad about him. He's
He's
just she can
dope.
feel the energy of the lady that created him and all the love that she put into
Yeah,
making
let him
this
hit
stuff.
that. Cecil.
Ooh, is he cool now? Is he good enough to
Y'all
sit next
good
to you?
now? Y'all good?
He's got his fucking arm on me and shit.
Oh, I think he likes you.
Oh, look, they look so nice together, don't
He
they?
was just hungry.
Oh, buddy.
Fuck, that's so fucking creepy, bro. Yo,
Why is
He
his
needs
mouth
another
shiny?
hair.
Why is Cecil's mouth shiny?
Right?
that's
What's
the
Cecil?
real
What you
fucking.
been doing with Cecil, man?
Yeah. Why the fuck?
Daddy.
Hey, daddy.
Jen, you gotta grab this thing.
What?
Yeah, you're gonna have to.
You don't
grab-
want to touch it.
You better grab him before you grab this.
Oh, that's great.
I'm excited to
Don't
investigate
bring
this
it back
building.
over here. I'll keep this.
I'm very excited to investigate this building.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yo, that shit is
I'm so excited.
dude. Ever since I was a kid, I don't know what the fuck it is about those things. Their faces, the makeup, anything about them. Oh my god, Jen. Fuck. All right,
That's
you
amazing.
can go. You can go with your question, Jen. Now.
Well, now I totally forgot what it
Oh
was.
my god. Got the heebie-jeebies.
It's
over
like,
here.
he just curls in. Like
He's handsome though. Look at that little guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Thanks for coming.
He just
in,
wants
yeah.
love, bro. That's all.
Exactly. We all just want love.
Yo, when they fucking said that those fucking people were dressing up as clowns.
Oh
and
yeah,
shit.
that little where they were going around messing around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did not go outside.
You're like, I'm done. I live in the house now.
Nope.
Like, I'm not the
That
biggest
was the-
fan of
that was the
clowns, but
first
he's not
time
too
I
bad,
fucking-
actually.
He's very
Stayed in the
he's got
house,
a lot of positive energy to him.
Yeah, I don't mind him
Yeah,
at all.
when I grabbed him, I was like, wow, I feel really positive.
You know, I'm not
Right.
scared of clowns, but I mean, when I'm like at a circus and they come up to you, you give it like that nervous, like that.
Yeah.
You're funny. Get away from me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kind of.
right.
Yeah.
I'm not like a fan of them. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to invite a few over
I,
to my
I
house.
can understand though, especially when you're a kid and they're like making balloons and they're hitting you upside the head with
And
them.
they're like
you're
honking your nose and stuff. Like, don't touch me.
Right.
And then they just start fucking laughing. Yeah,
Yeah.
that shit's fucking weird.
Yep.
Well, Cecil never laughed yet, but we're still
Not
waiting.
yet. Still early.
Oh,
It's still
will
early.
you laugh
Today
for
could
me?
be the day. Today could be the day.
Right. Laugh for me. Laugh for me, boy.
He's gonna be like, "Hey, it's over."
He's like that crazy.
All right, so
He's
what
like,
are we
don't
gonna
do this with
So
this
what are we
crazy
gonna
lady."
do if we're investigating the hallway and we don't see any spirits, but he's just at the end of the hallway,
Just running?
standing there? He's gonna be like,
A
I'm outta-
topher will piss himself.
Yeah, probably.
You just see his one little boot hit the floor.
Right?
Yeah, he's like hobbling on one leg.
Right. Dun, 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 coming down the hall.
So he came with one foot and everything.
Just like
Yep,
that.
that's how she made him. Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, that's fucking artistic, though.
It is.
Yeah.
I like it.
I
You know
feel like
what?
if
I'm
he
gonna
had
give him
2
1
feet,
foot.
it wouldn't be as cool. I feel like.
Yeah. No one's cool with 2 feet.
Yeah. Sometimes
So,
I wish I didn't have 2
I
feet.
remember my question now.
Oh,
Do you have like a certain routine for like your investigations? Like that you go in somewhere and, oh, we're definitely going to do this first, or we'll do this second, or does it just like come to you as you go? Like,
I guess it would
we need
depend
to do
on
this.
it would depend on if we're live streaming or not. If we're live streaming, we have a routine. We'll start off by waiting for everyone to come in, and we'll make a couple jokes and tell everybody to share the stream, and then we'll start the live
Don't
stream.
want it.
But when we're not live streaming, it's always setting intentions first.
Yeah. Setting intentions is very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. No one believes me with that. Like I always talk about setting intentions or kind of setting like a positive
Yo, it's-
mindset or positive psychology.
Because you can manifest something. If one of the big things that our friend Sarah says all the time is when all these people come in the chat and they're like, "Oh my God, it's a demon, it's demonic." You're never going to see that. 1% of whatever you come in contact with is demonic. So like every time people say that, like you can manifest that. If a bunch of people start believing that the stuff that we're coming on contact with is negative, they can manifest that, and it can happen. So it's like we kind of like tell them to stop. If they don't, then we kind of kick them out and
Yeah.
Yeah.
be like, listen, like we don't do that because like they have to stay positive for us to be positive, so we can positively do this correctly and not get something bad attached to us. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
Do you find that most are just wanting somebody to hear them out and know what happened, or
A lot
kinda
of the times they
understand
they
them?
don't even understand. They're like,
Yeah.
"Whoa, you heard me."
Some
You know
of
what
them
I mean?
don't even know
Or-
that they're dead.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
some not know that they're fucking gone and they're just around, just like, yo, why the fuck is everyone ignoring me?
Yeah,
So-
one of the questions we usually ask is, what's the last year you remember? You know what I mean? And when they say it, that's when what they remember. Like
Yeah.
1989, then that's when they think it is. You know what I mean? And we're like, no, it's 2023 now.
Yeah.
We just kind of like communicate that.
And some spirits are still living in their time period where, let's say they died in 1982, they're still in this building from 1982,
Yeah.
and they don't even see us. They're in a different dimension than
So
us.
they see what it used to
Okay.
be.
we can hear the residual energy and see the residual energy, but that doesn't mean that they can hear us. You know what I
Okay.
mean? So that's why a lot of times, like people say, like, yeah, every night at 3 a.m. something happens. Let's residual
the-
energy.
That's
Bewitching
residual.
night.
Maybe that dude got home from work at 3 a.m. He walks in the house, shuts the door, gets in the shower, eats a snack, goes to bed every night at 3 a.m. And then you're like, damn, every night the bathroom door slams. Well,
It's
motherfucker's
residual.
taking a shower.
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's what he did in this house for 12
Yeah, there's
years.
residual
you know?
and
So-
intelligent. Intelligence, like with you interacting, residual
Yeah.
is he'll walk across this hallway every day at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So I had this experience. I lived in a very old apartment in Depew, and every time I took a shower, I would hear whistling, right? And I kind of just spoke, and I was like, "Hey, I know you're here with me, but it's kind of weird. I'm like in the shower, like kind of want my privacy, like that you're, we live here together," and kind of stopped, right, happening for quite some time. Like the last day or two that we lived there, I went to take my shower and I got my last whistle. And I was kind of like, touche.
Interesting. It's, I mean,
Is that like, could that be like,
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Intelligent. And intelligent responses are the best response, especially when you have a skeptic with you where you ask a question or you say, do this, and actually that happens.
She's passing it with Cecil.
Ah, yes. Cease. You guys know where the name Cecil comes from? Like, you ever heard of the Cecil Hotel?
yes.
So that's where the name Cecil came from.
Okay.
I'm still trying to gain access to that place because I want to investigate there. But
oh my gosh.
There's another
That
thing
would be
crazy.
so
There you go.
crazy.
Tell them about
How about the Del Coronado?
that's a cool spot too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
I
lots-
tried to investigate.
You
I
said
was
you
about,
did the
like,
one in
18
LA too,
and-
right?
yeah, I did the
My
Roosevelt
friend-
Hotel.
Yeah.
My friend told me about one of the hotels that mad people fucking died
That's
in. it.
That's
Probably
the
the
Cecil.
Cecil.
That's the
Probably.
Cecil.
Yeah.
Yep,
So
so
the
Cecil-
And they
Roosevelt where I
did American
stayed
Horror
was
Story
yes
Hotel
yeah.
after.
Yep.
Yes, that's
Yep.
a Cecil.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Roosevelt where I stayed was where all the movie stars stayed. Marilyn Monroe lived there for like 8 months or something like that while she was filming certain movies, and people still say like they see her in the hallway or the mirror that was in her room they have in the hallway now. People see her in the mirror. And,
Marilyn?
Yeah, Marilyn. Yep.
Okay.
That's why we named the other box Marilyn because I'm just like, yo, I just came back from. LA.
I love Marilyn
Name it
Monroe.
Yeah. So she shot her first ad there for like a magazine by the pool at the
nothing
Hotel
else.
Roosevelt.
I'm good.
Yo, Cecil's getting lit.
Cecil is getting lit.
He's like, this is these lame ass dudes. This is what I've been waiting for.
He wants to actually come live with me. He
But
told
there's
me.
there's a lot of different places that we want to investigate. But as like we always tell our TikTok followers, and shout out to them for helping us with this too. Everything that TikTok sends us, our followers, like gifts, like Cash Apps, all that stuff is going into a pool to get us to Japan. We want to investigate the Akagahara forest, which is the unaliving forest.
Okay.
Well, that's our biggest goal. We want to go there. We want to
That's so
investigate that.
amazing.
And they've raised 50% of the money already for us to
That's
go.
amazing.
So so every time they send us,
Thank you,
we have-
followers and
There's
subscribers.
a special gift on there called it's a corgi butt, and a little corgi walks across the screen and
They
it
have
farts
the
hearts.
cutest-
So it
They
gives
have the
it gives us
cutest
$2
butts.
every time they do that. So they send us corgi butts all the time, and they get the more corgi butts they send us. Hopefully, some are
You guys
popping
are
up on the
probably
screen
my
right now.
favorite people ever.
That's what I like to
Dude,
do.
Yeah, they got us
we need
50%
to
of the
do
way there
something
already.
like that and not put so much
We can put Tito ass on there.
of the
Tito
can of
butt is cute.
content
Is
on
it still
there,
running?
and
Cool.
so that we can
They didn't take
raise
us
our
down,
money
we're
to
good.
travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
And the thing is with Yokigahara is
30.
like,
It's beautiful.
it's always been famous.
Yeah.
It's at the base of Mount Fuji where the
Yeah.
Okay.
Japanese or the cherry blossoms. That's
Yeah.
where they bloom. We won't be there in that season because it costs way too much to go that season.
If
That's
you
like
swipe
tourist season.
from the right to the left, it tells you how many
but-
people watched.
Basically, that's where was it Jake Paul or one of the Paul
700?
brothers found that person, and that's what they got in all that trouble for. That's where we're going. Like
That's awesome.
they say, people are drawn there. They just get feelings. Like they say,
Yeah.
people go in having a normal day, then they just never come back out. You know what I mean? They
Wow.
feel and nobody can figure out why. It's
There's actually
So it's like almost like the Bermuda Triangle.
right, but what they're saying is there's these Japanese demons, they call them.
Okay.
They're spirits of the forest that they're saying are drawing people in.
Oh.
So they're like it's like a warm, soothing, like, hey, come in here, because they know people are vulnerable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of the way they're feeling in their state of mind. And
So it almost might
Maybe
show
they were,
something
but
that
do you
they
think
are
these people were
wanting.
subconsciously
Yeah.
thinking this?
they might have. It's crazy though, because when you walk,
people
through,
do go there for that reason.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
trails
peaceful,
all
yeah.
along that. Like
Yeah.
you can walk the trails. It's beautiful. It goes into caves and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they say if you find a rope, because people tie a rope off and they go deep out in case they decide that they don't
change
want to
their
do that,
mind? Yeah.
they can follow the rope back and get out. But most of the time, when you follow the rope, it leads to
Yeah.
somebody.
Oh, that's
So they
sad.
say if you see a rope,
there's signs
don't follow
everywhere
the
that
rope.
say, "Hey, like if you need help, call this number." Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Well,
it's
because
crazy. So the amount of energy
those spirits
in that
are
place,
showing them everything they probably ever wanted, and they
Yeah.
don't want to leave, and they
Yeah.
stay there. And
yeah, it
in this
kills
land.
GPS signal, everything. You don't get nothing in there. No phone service.
That's the thing. That's the reason why we want to investigate. Like, can we find something? And the thing
Yeah.
I talk with
Because
Ray
imagine
about
being
is
cut off from everything.
we don't
Yeah.
speak Japanese, so we're gonna have to get a translator to come with us because when the spirit box goes off, it's not gonna be talking to us in English.
no,
I
of
mean-
course
You know
what I
not,
mean?
Yeah.
You're gonna get so many languages.
what I
You
mean.
could, yeah, especially if people.
And
go
I only
in there.
speak one, unfortunately.
Yeah,
So I'm
and
like,
it's-
I don't know what it just said.
Because I've watched documentaries about that place, and it's like
Yeah.
Didn't they
It's-
say that like a high percentage of people that die in
I'm
there
sorry.
like change their mind and like they find that they're like trying to find their way back
they get lost.
And that's what the
'Cause
ropes are
it's
for.
so
That's why a lot of
dense.
people go with the ropes.
It's so dense and big that people just go so far out and they get lost.
Yeah. They say it's real quiet in there, like super peaceful.
It's calming. Yep.
So we
Yeah,
are
'cause they-
nervous, but at the
they-
same time, I'm
they
intrigued.
send people through there to look
Yep.
for people.
Yes,
and
they
shit
do.
like
Yeah,
that
they
and
send search
stop
parties
them.
through. Yep.
Yeah.
They actually
Yep.
stopped reporting on it because it's been gaining so much attention that people want to go there now and do it. So they stopped
Yeah.
reporting on it, and after it got to like 200-300 deaths a year, they stopped talking about it. It's not publicly posted anymore.
Yeah. Because then so many people would continue to go there.
Because then people like us are like, I want to bring my old radio there and see
Right.
play some music. Like,
I need to learn Japanese.
Exactly.
Rosetta Stone.
but Japan's always been my like number one place I wanted to visit, and our followers have really been helping us out a lot. 50% of the
stop
way
at
there, guys.
That's
7-Eleven.
that really is
We're
amazing.
50% of the way there.
Make sure you stop at 7-Eleven.
Oh, it's crazy though. So
Oh, yeah.
so
I heard their 7-Elevens
Yeah.
are the best.
Crazy.
their McDonald's has spaghetti.
Their McDonald's
Ooh.
are 5-star fucking
Yep.
restaurants.
Yep.
Bro, they got like strip malls that are all like vending machines. I want
Yeah.
I want ramen from a vending machine.
You can get
I want
like
a boiled
anything.
egg from a vending machine.
Right?
Oh.
Right?
Maybe a crepe from a
Yeah.
vending machine.
No,
You know what I mean? I want a hot dog from a vending machine.
You have to go to their 7-Eleven though.
eggs.
Their 7-Eleven is like
You can get-
you think
you can
our
get sushi.
7-Eleven?
You get sushi
You
at
think our
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven's
Yeah,
dope?
their shit's nice.
Their
Their shit's
shit
like
is-
Wegmans.
Yeah,
All right.
it's wild. Like they
Well,
5-star restaurant
spaced out
is McDonald's.
culture's
subscribers,
good.
we'd like to go to Japan and check out their 7-Eleven.
Yeah, I want to thank
Please
thank
subscribe.
everybody, and also TikTok. I love you, but stop taking 75% of everything we earn.
Yeah,
Ooh.
TikTok be hitting
Ooh,
us
that's
over
not
the head.
nice.
They be hitting hard.
Ouch, you guys.
So if
make
you
so
can
much
imagine,
money.
like I said, we're 50% of the way there. We would have been to Japan twice by now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What they
that's
do too is like
ouch.
when
But that's
you
why we have a Cash
purchase
App,
when
so
you
we-
Yeah, yeah.
purchase gifts to give to people,
Yeah.
they take X amount of percent off the top of that. And then when you give that gift to somebody, they take off the top of that before it gets to
Right.
us.
So say you put in
Oh,
$20 into TikTok,
Yeah.
you get $15 worth of gifts you can send out to somebody. Then they send $15 worth of gifts out, and we get 8 of them.
yeah.
Oh,
You know what I
wow.
mean? So it's
Yeah.
Good business.
love
Good
you.
job,
Yeah.
TikTok.
Love you,
Good business.
TikTok.
I mean, it is. But
Damn.
ouch.
yeah.
That
TikTok.
hurts
Yeah,
my
that's why we
that
have
hurts my
that's why
feelings.
we have our Cash App linked up on there, and a lot of our moderators will be like, if you really want to help, skip the gifts, go straight to Cash App.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it's all linked to our bank account. It goes right in there. We don't touch it. And
That's amazing.
Yeah, we're
That
good to
is
go.
why people are on live stream all fucking day.
that's it, dude.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another funny thing real
Yep.
quick. Little secret between me and him, but we're gonna air this out now.
Uh-oh.
Every time we go to the body shop
bum, bum,
to investigate
Oh,
on
yeah.
Sundays,
Yeah.
we'll flip over all the couches and we'll find all the dollar bills that no one collected.
We be making
And
bank.
we've
We
got-
even got
Nice.
a dance. We're
Listen,
making bank.
we've got enough money right now to go to Las Vegas. We're gonna go. I've been there, but he hasn't yet. Zach,
I've been to Vegas, just not where he's going.
Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures has a haunted museum there, and we're gonna go. I'm gonna take him there. They got like real stuff from the Conjuring house. Dr. Kevorkian's Volkswagen bus is in there. Like just a bunch
Wow.
of it's
It's
crazy
dope.
haunted things.
Yeah.
It's a 3-hour thing, but like we've raised enough money just finding
That's
dollar bills on the
amazing.
floor at the body shop
Hell
to go
yeah.
buy plane tickets.
Hell yeah. Can we go somewhere like that, Joe?
So what we do,
can
too,
find
is
We gotta
places
go.
like that?
We gotta find a strip club to clean.
There you
Yeah,
go.
well, I
So,
don't-
so when it's 9:20 and we haven't started our stream when it's supposed to be at 9, we're looking for dollar
Flipping
bills.
couches.
Just letting everyone
It's
know.
all in the
Right,
setup.
right,
You got to
right,
make sure the
right.
couch is at least like an inch away from the wall. So when someone makes it rain, them joints are falling
They're
behind.
falling behind
You know
that
what I mean?
couch.
Hells yeah.
Yo, it's crazy.
Nice.
So
Wow.
if you ever
We're
sit
gonna
down, you're like,
find
wow,
this.
that couch moves. It's because don't push
Yeah,
the
you-
shit back to where
yeah.
you found it. Don't.
Yeah, don't push it all the way up.
It's a business around here.
We gotta make money somehow.
Yeah, I need my cut. Tax.
Exactly.
I'm like TikTok out here.
I gotta
I
wipe
love
these
that.
fucking couches
So I
down.
guess we can thank the customers and the dancers too
Yeah.
for not picking up their money.
Thank you, customers and dancers.
That's amazing. So,
And don't be going behind the
Right.
couch now.
Yeah, don't even think
Right.
about it.
We
Yeah,
set,
you
Yeah,
can edit
don't
that
push
whole
it up.
thing out.
right. No.
we set mouse traps.
But yeah, it's funny. We'll find dollar bills stuck in the ceiling tiles, on the lights above the stage, like everywhere, dude.
It really
they throw
is
them up
funny.
and they just get stuck. We have drop ceilings, so they'll stick in the ceiling. It's funny.
There's been a few times, and this is serious. This dude has to climb the pole and grab the dollars out of the ceiling things and climb back down.
I love it.
Clearly, I can't do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean-
I'm not that. I'm at that one.
I can't do it.
And speaking of like how we talked
It would
about
be
how,
Topher for
I think
us.
he's lying. I think he'd be
So
on
listen,
that
we got
pole.
we
All
got
right, I could do it.
We got no, he can. 'Cause
could
we
do
got
it.
videos on our TikTok. We do this thing
Yes.
where like if they get us to 500,000 likes while we're live streaming, we'll do something funny at the end. The last couple of times we were at the body shop, we put on "Unholy" by Sam Smith. The
Yo,
body
when that
shop
song came
Yeah.
out,
and we go on stage and we
Shut it
dance
down.
and we swing
Yeah.
around the pole and we have fun. And there's a
Oh,
TikTok.
I'm
gonna
literally
listen.
doing this.
There's a
I'm
TikTok
I
Stop
put
driving
water over my
today.
body. I did the magic mic with the
Oh, hey.
There's a gift on TikTok that's a money gun and it shoots dollar bills. And
Yeah,
I'm
we
like,
got
get
people
your money
shooting us
gun
money
gifts ready
guns.
because we're gonna
Yeah.
go on stage and we just have
That's
fun.
hilarious.
It's fun. It really is. Like at the end of the day, like
We like to have fun. You know what I mean?
That's
It
all
can't
it's
be
about.
serious all the time.
Yeah.
You can't walk around with a straight face and be serious all the time because it gets boring.
I
Thank
can't
you.
anyway.
Thank
I
you.
can't
Right.
anyway.
Yeah.
I can't be
Thank you.
serious if I wanted to be.
Yes.
That's
I
why I
love
eat
it.
mushrooms.
I'm the guy at the funeral in the back. You keep hearing, you're like, what is that noise? I'm like, I don't know who that was.
That's not funny. My friend's got a nervous laugh, and when his aunt died, they were like, "Yo, why do you keep laughing?"
'Cause I'm
He's
nervous.
like, I can't stop.
I can't stop laughing. I'm so nervous right now.
Oh, that would be awful. That would be so bad.
I feel like that's how Cecil would laugh.
Yeah,
Just like
Do it again so I can hear.
that was actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
wasn't
how
that
we-
Styles
you're gonna hear that for the rest of your life now.
Right.
Or Jadakiss.
Oh,
one of them?
Jadakiss, yeah.
Jadakiss.
Right.
Just remember, you touched the clown. That's all you're gonna hear now.
Right. I
yeah.
do really enjoy him.
He's a good dude.
What I do like is the cross that's upside down on his forehead, and he has a cross on.
And he's only got
You know
one
what's
foot.
crazy? You know what's crazy? I'll comment on the cross. A lot of people see an upside down cross and they immediately think demonic, Satan.
Yeah.
Wrong.
No.
I don't completely know the Bible fully, but
No.
there was a few people that got crucified upside down because they thought they weren't worthy to be crucified like Jesus was.
Yeah.
It's not always satanic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? People just immediately see something and they're just like, oh my God. No,
Yeah.
he's positive. He's happy. See?
If he's
It's
doing a
making you happy,
handstand,
right?
it's straight up.
He's
and
doing
down.
a handstand on his own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Maybe we're upside down.
Exactly. Huh. Hippie.
Did
and-
you order any food?
Can somebody do that, please?
He said, "I'm so high, I forgot to order food."
Can
So we
somebody
were
help
thinking
this
about,
situation?
Shirley, y'all got the address. Shirley, we need some Domino's.
Right.
Shout out Shirley
Papa
for all
John's.
those amazing
Wait.
brownies.
No,
Where-
Domino's. Domino's.
567 Exchange Street.
No, we need.
Domino's is
Papa
basically
John's.
one of our sponsors indirectly.
Papa John's, get you some.
Yeah, Domino's is definitely a sponsor now.
Nice.
Indirectly.
Yeah.
Indirectly. Through Shirley.
I like Shirley. Thanks, Shirley.
Yeah, Shirley's dope.
Yeah,
Girl, you know you love some Domino's.
I love anything that has pizza.
do those garlic knots with that spaghetti sauce.
You don't
That's
know
like
my DSR,
sauce.
right?
That's
Like it's a
sauce.
daily slice requirement. There's so
Oh,
many
shit.
different slices of pizza out here
DSR.
that you can
That's new.
literally
I'm fat,
have.
that's
I
not
definitely
me.
thought of
Yeah.
something way different when I heard DSR. We're not gonna talk about it.
Now I kind of want to know.
He tapped me in the leg.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Yeah,
What'd
you hear what she does?
He's over here texting me. What's DSR? She's a freak.
Right.
Why would
Only
you
on the
say
weekend.
that?
Only on the weekend.
It's all coming out when she's high.
Right.
DSR.
So, but yeah, no, you can have pizza any day of the week and any meal
Damn
because
right.
there's like breakfast pizza.
favorite
there's
pizza
thin
spot,
pizza,
go.
there's-
Does pineapple go on pizza?
Mine?
Fuck no.
No.
No?
Oh, hell
I'm
no.
leaving.
Ugh.
All right. Yo, me too. Me too.
Yo, Pat's Pizza in Riverside.
Oh, I order it.
You might have a
at
crackhead
work.
like missing a tooth making your pizza, but those motherfuckers make some
So
good pizza.
they have one down in Angola.
yes.
And
yes.
so I
And
work.
on Abbott or South Park too, right?
no.
No.
Pat's is
that-
Riverside.
That's
No.
that's a whole other situation.
another
I'll tell you
Pat's?
about it. But
That might be Patrick's.
no, there's Pat's on
Is there?
Abbott and
Oh,
Lackawanna.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
I know
a
the
whole different
Angola one too. I eat there.
But
Yeah.
the
Yeah, that
Angola
one's
one,
good,
yeah,
too.
we order that from work all the time
Yeah, I
because
grew
we're like,
up
we
on
know
that
it's
Pat's.
from Riverside, so like
Yeah.
it's got to be the same. You
It's
know?
good. It is. It's good.
But yeah,
He likes Pizza Hut.
Get out of here.
no pizza. I mean,
All right,
Yo,
fine.
they
every
need
so
to bring
often,
it back,
like book it. Remember, book it, guys.
When you
Okay,
need-
hell yeah. I
And you
never
got
got
your
any.
personal
I never
pizza?
got any of them, but I remember the kids around me getting
How'd
to
you
book
never
it.
get it? Like,
I was bad. I didn't read shit. I still don't read nothing.
I don't know. I feel like they never
I
checked.
still don't read nothing.
If Book It came out for adults, I still wouldn't get it.
Red doesn't even read the chat. He makes me read it.
I do voice text.
right. Exactly. So out of the
What did she text me?
other than the body shop, somewhere that you've been at, like that you've had an amazing experience at, or somewhere that you've been that you've always wanted to go and check out and investigate?
There's a lot of
you're
places
kind of
that I've been
getting
to that
heavy,
are pretty
sir.
cool, but a lot of the times, like the really cool places, I don't really get a lot of stuff at. My favorite place that we've done so far is Mike from the Struggles House. We were just there recently, and insane. So much activity. Like,
I did see
Struggle
your stuff
Mike!
going on.
You struggle, Mike!
Yo, the basement. I swear to God, the basement. The spirit box said body cam, and I'm like, all right, what are we talking about? Body cam, and I'm thinking police. And our psychic medium, Sarah, was like, before it said body cam, a little while before that, she was like, I'm sensing a shooting, something like that. And the spirit box doesn't just pick up on voices. We get sounds too. Like we've had cop sirens come through their telephones ringing.
Yeah.
Soon as it said body cam, we just heard ba, ba. 2 shots come straight through that. And I'm just like, holy crap, dude. That was insane. It takes you by surprise because you're
Right.
hearing that like something that actually happened before. You know what I mean? So it's really weird to like just be in the presence of something that happened in the past. It's so weird.
Oof,
That is.
that's creepy.
But Struggle Mike's
Fucking-
house, pretty messed up. Should probably move.
Oh man.
No, it wasn't.
No,
there
no,
wasn't anything
South
bad.
Buffalo homes are fucked.
Yeah, Sarah said there wasn't anything bad in his house, but
Yeah. But just a lot of activity,
Just
a lot of
There's
people.
a human centipede in the attic, though.
oh yeah,
We totally, our brains went somewhere else when she said that.
Yeah. I'm going, okay.
You're
So I
going
don't know if
movie
you guys
human
centipede?
believe in.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys believe in any like other entities that aren't like human. Like there's things that are
Yeah.
around that weren't human. You know what I mean? Like things like that. And Sarah said that there is a giant centipede with a human head that follows one of his daughters and enters in the upstairs window and hangs out in the attic.
I said, I ain't attaching to that dude.
Right?
Not today. I got
Nothing
shit to
like
do in the
hearing
morning.
94 footsteps at the same time.
Right.
Yo, that's some Rick and Morty shit right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you think they got that stuff from? They don't just imagine that. You know what I mean? It's got, you can't think about some of the stuff you see on Rick and Morty. Like they can't imagine that, dude. Like,
Why do you think they just canceled that dude?
yep.
He
Yeah,
knows too
true.
That was
much.
too much, yeah.
They can't cancel the Simpsons guy. He's connected.
He's a made man.
Oh man. We're going there, huh?
Going deep.
Yeah.
We're
dude.
going. We're
Yeah,
going
that's
real
where
deep.
the body shop went.
Yeah, super deep.
With all those fucking bodies in there.
Literally.
I'm just saying, if the Simpsons come out with an episode with a centipede with a human head,
Yeah.
Episode 2.
Just saying.
Spaced Out Podcast.
Just saying.
I don't know.
yeah, episode 2, we're gonna come back talking about that episode that aired yesterday. We're gonna be like, they did it. They heard us.
Right.
It's a wrap.
So we're gonna investigate today.
We're
You guys are gonna-
investigating. I'm
Yeah,
excited
we
to
got a
investigate this
cool idea. I think we're gonna take all of you guys around. And we're just gonna ask that everyone just be super silent. Because if you guys whisper to each other, like the microphone picks up like crazy. They'll hear
Yeah.
it, and the chat will be like, "I heard something." They help us investigate
Yeah.
because they all have headphones on. They can hear things that we can't.
Correct.
So they'll tell us. So all we ask is everyone to be kind of silent, and we'll go around with everybody, and we'll investigate all the spots, and then we're gonna pick a spot where you guys think is the most active. We're gonna have you guys come in here and watch, and we're gonna do it ourselves and see what we can come up with.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool because sometimes with a bunch of people, things don't like to come out.
Yeah.
Right.
Like
No,
like
exactly.
when we were at Struggle Mike's house, the spirit box kept saying too many people over and
Oh,
over
really?
again. Yeah, and we weren't really getting much until they stepped back. So
Okay.
yeah, we'll walk around and see what we can get. We'll run all the equipment. I think it'll be fun.
Nice.
And we're debunkers too. Like, if something happens, we're not just like, this motherfucker's haunted. Like, we're like, all right, let's see if we can make that.
Yeah.
You know, let's see, is our window open? Does this door move on its own? Is this unlevel? You know what I mean? Is it a car driving by? Make this happen again? Is that light a reflection off of this, off of
You
there?
have
So-
to, because then it
Yeah.
shuts up the skeptics because
Yeah.
they're like, well, it was that. Well, no,
Yeah.
it wasn't because we just debunked that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because nobody really wants to believe in that. Like, that, I
Yeah.
guess it's kind of scary.
Nobody
I think
wants
half-
to
I think
believe
half
that
the
there's
skeptics
fucking
are
spirits
scared.
walking
Yeah,
around.
that-
Yeah, half of the skeptics aren't really skeptics. They just want to pretend like they don't believe it because they're scared of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest. On most shows, they make their money on shit happening, and you like, oh, this is haunted. This just happened, and then you're like, I can't wait to watch the
Under
next episode.
edits.
And a couple other things about the shows, like it doesn't always have to be dark. You know what I mean? Lights don't have to be
Yeah.
out. It helps with the atmosphere, but it
Yeah.
doesn't help with the communication.
Yeah.
They'll talk to you in broad daylight in the middle of the road. You know what I mean? They're everywhere, just like us. Like they could be sitting on this couch right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then that, and like they feed on the negative. You know what I mean? They're always like Oh my God. When they interview people on those shows, it's always like, yes, this negative happened. This negative happened. You never hear someone say, oh yeah, a spirit sat down and said hello to me one time. You don't hear that. You hear, I've been told to get out 4 times and it pushed me down the stairs. They pry on like getting people scared. And it's not always like that. It's very rarely negative.
They pry on drama.
Yeah. And we don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like the Curse of Oak Island. You ever watch that show where they're searching for treasure on an island? It's like the 7th fucking season. They still haven't found a treasure, but they find just enough to keep you watching. That's what them shows do. They keep you attached. And we're the dummies who are the opposite. Like, nope, that definitely wasn't a ghost. He farted. You know what I mean? Like, and then they're not intrigued, but they still keep coming back. So whatever we're doing apparently is working pretty good.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Did you say I farted?
Yeah,
All of those
he
silent,
farted.
All those silent farts that happen.
Door
on the chat
slams.
that
I'm
nobody
like,
knows
oh,
about.
that was great.
Right.
Fart.
Well, I'm stoked. I'm definitely excited to
fucking
see what we can
excited.
find out here in our studio and see if Jerry or Mr. Gerald comes through.
And
I
we're
think
gonna
he
open up our chat to not subscriber only. We're gonna shut down for a couple minutes. We're going to set up our stuff. Then we're gonna go back live for you guys, and then we'll open up the chat for everybody. You don't have to be a subscriber, and you guys can watch and tune in, and we'll walk around.
It's going to be lit.
I'm so
gonna be
excited.
lit.
Literally.
Well, do you
Yeah.
guys want to give your where they can find you and stuff like that, and then we'll get into the.
Yeah.
You can find us
Absolutely.
on this couch because we're not moving.
I ain't moving.
Right? It's
This
so
is our
comfortable.
spot now.
So we're Paranormal Intelligence on TikTok. We are Paranormal Intelligence NY on YouTube. But then we're also Paranormal Intelligence on, what do we got? We got Twitter set up, Instagram, and Facebook. Real quick, too. You guys ever watch those videos on YouTube where the guy's like, video number 4? And it'll like show
Yeah,
like scared shit?
yeah.
We
Yeah.
made one of his
Featured on that.
videos, bro.
Yeah, we got
one of our
featured.
videos.
So his
was
name
on
is
it.
Chills, and that's
Okay.
his channel.
We made Chills
Okay.
video. We're
He
out of
featured-
Chills video.
We're number 24 on one of his
We're number
videos.
24.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So we had a
you can check
video
it
In
at
out.
the
this
bottom.
video, you guys wanted to know what happened.
Yeah.
Yo,
So we
that
have-
dude is so fucking.
Yo.
That's
We
fun.
had
I
a
watch
video
him
at the
every
body shop,
morning.
and he took the video from the body shop. My bartender sets somebody's beer on the table, and so she takes the cap. It's an empty beer. She puts the cap on the bottle, and literally the cap flies off, and it hits her.
And it's on camera.
And it's
That's
on
the best
camera.
part.
So I recorded the
Dude.
security cameras because I rewound it and I recorded the security cameras. And that's the video that he's like number 24 bottle cap. And he
Bottle
like,
cap.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
It's
pretty
sweet.
cool.
Oh my God,
That
that's
was
And the funny part is
I
it
would've
shows
never
him
known.
describing what's happening. And since our YouTube is Paranormal Intelligence NY, what does he call us?
Paranormal Intelligence Cine.
Paranormal Intelligence Cine.
Yeah.
I'm like,
funny.
who the fuck is that?
But it's cool.
Right?
But that's the thing though. Like he didn't tag us on anything, but he did tell us like, hey, go check out them on TikTok. But he didn't tag us on anything, so we would have never known.
No.
My buddy messaged me. He goes, hey, I was watching Chills with my son, and one of your videos is on there. That's pretty cool. I said, no way. I said, you're lying to me.
Dude,
So I said, what
I've
video is it?
seen
We
that
looked.
video.
Chills, bro. My
Amazing.
son, my
Chills.
7-year-old son or 8-year-old son, him and his buddies at school, like, they're all like, number 2. They always do the voice.
Yeah.
My son comes, I'm like, yo, stop doing the voice. Like, enough's enough.
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah, Dad made one of the videos. Okay, tell your friends that.
Right.
Yeah.
Dude, that dude's voice though, it kills me. But
He made it big off of doing
He
that
sure did.
that Burger King foot lettuce video.
Yep.
Right.
That was it. After that,
Burger
he
King
was just
foot lettuce.
yeah.
I wish I
you
did
don't
something
know?
cool like that.
Yeah.
Do
Same.
you know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah.
I'm attached to his videos though.
He's got a gimmick, and that's what it does, man.
I get attached to him too. I'll sit there and watch.
Him
Number
and then
3.
there's another Patrick CC on YouTube. He talks about like the downfalls of hip hop artists and stuff
Oh,
like
yes,
that.
yes. Yeah. Yo,
And
it's
he's like,
just,
you
they get a
guys
niche.
got in the middle of the fucking thing. He's like, don't forget to hydrate, and starts drinking water. And I'm just like, all right,
Yeah, it's a gimmick, man. We need to think of a good gimmick.
you do. You already have one.
Here we got one.
Yeah. That's
Funny
true.
fucking
We got one.
paranormal.
2 paranormal investigators.
Right.
We're
But I
both-
need, like, a
We're both
one-liner.
single ladies, just so you guys know. We like to ghost people, but but listen,
and they do,
listen.
like,
Our
long
ghosting
walks
is
on the
attachments,
beach.
man. Our ghosting is attachments. We get attached. Yeah. Ghosts don't run away; they attach themselves.
Yeah.
Hey, ladies.
How
Yeah,
you
no.
doing?
Oh, look, it's the guy I'm talking about.
Struggle.
They asked me what the most
Struggle.
craziest haunted location was. I said, your house. You should probably move.
Alrighty. Jen, you want to tell them where they can find you?
Well, you guys can find me at Hippie Chic Farms on Instagram, all one word. And you can find me at Gifted. What about you?
Me?
Where are you from? Who are you?
You can find me wherever the fuck
You can
I
find
am.
him far away from the clown.
Oh, and
Fuck yeah.
so
You don't find him at a circus, that's for sure.
Damn
So
right.
Derek does cool shit. I say cool shit.
Oh.
There we go.
I think that was what I
Shout out
developed
Derek.
last night.
Derek couldn't be here today.
Yeah, shout
but,
out.
you know.
Nice
he's
meeting
here.
you, Derek. Psych, didn't meet Derek.
Yeah,
You can find Derek on Fridays at Galaxy Glass
as well as Tuesdays.
and Tuesdays.
Galaxy Glass. Is that like a windshield spot?
Nope.
That's a windshield plug?
It is
At the
a
windshield plug.
it's a glass shop.
That's the
where
Safe
you
Light
buy some
Repair.
bongs
Safe
and
Light
stuff.
Replace.
I love it. Yo, my kid runs around the house like singing jingles all the time. It's the craziest shit.
That
Sorry,
one
that's
jingle,
what made
the
me.
one jingle. It's the it's like great cars, worst jingle.
Right?
Oh fuck.
Right.
So is
So-
glass not called paraphernalia anymore? It's just glass shops now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
I
So
like it.
I what I've gathered from this is we need a jingle now.
We do.
Yeah.
Raise a bitch.
We got this.
Oh, that's good.
Mike, we need the studio. We got to write a jingle.
I'm gonna do the beats for it.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna do the beats for
It's
it.
lit.
And
Yep.
you can find me at space_cadet_716 or at space out podcast 716. Yeah, I got it.
Got it.
Um,
and he
underscores.
makes cool shit.
yeah, I make shit that gets you fucking trippy. But if you wanna get on the podcast, remember, don't contact me. Contact Revelry House.
Hell yeah.
Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Do it.
Peace.
Yo.